Hey swingers, welcome back to another exciting episode of Tire Swing Gaming Plays Botwa.
I mean, this is real exciting stuff here, you know. I'm getting Korok seeds.
Oh yeah. I'm Logan, I'm the one not playing the game.
And I'm Seth, and I'm the one breaking my rusty broadsword.
You're a broad.
No, you. Oh, come on, I just broke it.
Hit him with nothing.
Wait, I can hit him with the boomerang.
Boomerang! You do always come back!
Where did my boomerang go?
Why didn't
Boomerang!
he come back? You should have picked up his arm and just killed his head.
Oh, hey! He dropped a fairy. I can res now!
Once. Anyways, gamers, last episode we talked about how we were gonna talk about how Wonder Woman was a good movie this time. And I know what you're thinking. Logan, all you do is talk about how things are bad. I don't think you can talk about how something's good. And you'd be surprised.
Because he is going to suck this movie and Gal Gadot's dick.
Seth, if Gal Gadot had a dick, would you not willingly suck it as well?
I mean, probably.
That's what I thought.
There's...
No, I think I've only seen Wonder Woman once or twice, despite the fact that I do own a copy of it.
I've only seen this movie once, so I can definitely properly critique it.
No, unlike Captain Marvel, when I walked out of the movie, I didn't think, hey, this was kind of dumb. Although, I didn't have high expectations for Captain Marvel, to be honest. And they were just about met. Maybe not even quite met, to be honest. But no, Wonder Woman was a very good movie.
I don't know where I'm going anymore.
Are you supposed to go to the yellow dot?
Yeah, but, I don't know how to get there now.
Turn right?
I think I have to go over that
Do
bridge.
the opposite of a NASCAR?
Wait a minute. Something's not right here.
What's the problem?
Where's the road?
Just jump off.
Horsey don't want to jump.
Try it. Yeah, but not here. Try back the other way.
Oh, great. Now my arm's broken. Why did you laugh?
Because it was dumb. No, but if you just think of, I was not, my biggest flaw with that movie, I think, was, Lupin ended up being the bad guy the whole time.
But it was me!
Lupin.
That's such a bad twist.
Yeah. I don't know Lupin's actor's real name.
He was Ares.
Yeah, he was Ares the whole time. And don't get me wrong, I do like, a little bit of a surprise. I do like it when, they change things up on you. But there was really no indication at all that Lupin was going to be the bad guy. And so that really did, that was one of the few things that really did detract from that movie.
And also the fact that the people stop fighting the minute after he dies kind of detracts from the whole notion of maybe humans are just bad.
And also the fact that, so he's the god of war, and Wonder Woman kills him, and that means war should be over. Right? That's what the movie implies.
And then,
except we know for a fact it doesn't end war.
If anything, kind of makes it worse. Because World War II happens nearly immediately after.
No, I thought Wonder Woman took place during World War II.
World War I.
Are you 100% sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they were flying biplanes. Also because it took place in, 1917, Logan.
Okay. I don't remember for sure. I guess you're probably right. But yeah, World War II happens 20 years later. Canonically speaking, World War II happens 22 years later. So not only did killing Ares not stop the war, the next war was the biggest one to ever war. But, like, other than that, like, for the most part, like, none of the villains were particularly exciting. Madam Poison wasn't great. The guy who was they were pretending was Ares wasn't anything special either.
I did like that part of the twist. Legitimately.
It also was kind of weird how Wonder Woman managed to hide a sword in her dress and nobody noticed, even though it was super noticeable.
What? Her purse has pockets.
But it was in her dress, not her purse.
It has pockets.
Wonder Woman would have pockets, because she is a baller like that.
Damn straight. Did I boom for that? I feel like I just boomed.
I'm pretty sure you were supposed to burn to the left, not to the right.
Oh no, I didn't boom fit.
Oh, okay.
I hate this tower so much. I also hate not having the climbing gear because this is going to take a literal lifetime.
I think just that, like, what I like better about Wonder Woman over Captain Marvel is that they made Wonder Woman an actual character with
flaws.
More than one dimension.
And, flaws. Like a person.
And, like, unlike Captain Marvel, who is... Wonder Woman is a fairly arrogant person in the movie, but, like...
She kind of gets punished for it.
She can back it up, first of all. And on top of that, like... She's arrogant for the right reasons. Like, She's
the princess of the Amazons at the time.
Well, it's not just that, like... Her arrogance doesn't come off as... Oh, she's just kind of a dick. And she doesn't really seem like she cares about actually helping people. Like, Wonder Woman's only goal in that movie was to help people. I think... I don't... Because you can't go up any further.
No, you go this way.
Can you go that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
See? You sneak up through there.
Yeah, and Wonder Woman doesn't act like she's the only person who can...
do things.
Yeah, and Captain Marvel very much so does.
Like, she kind of just pretends Fury's just there for fun.
Yeah, like, unlike Captain Marvel, when somebody dies, Wonder Woman does not take that, like...
lightly.
Yeah, because, somebody actually died. And I think if anyone died in Captain Marvel, she wouldn't have been that upset about it.
Well, no, several Skrulls die.
Yeah, well, I mean, nameless people dying never upsets anyone in movies.
But, like, the fact that nobody does die kind of detracts from any character development she could have had.
Yeah, there really wasn't any weight behind the Captain Marvel movie either. It was just kind of made to explain why she's in Endgame. Yeah, and why she's in Endgame, but none of the other movies. And they just kind of tried to shoehorn it in and didn't do it very well. Also, if you...
It's overwhelmingly okay.
Yeah. And if you watch any of the other Avengers movies, like prior to Captain Marvel, Nick Fury's scar does not look like a cat scratch. If you look at Nick Fury's scar, it does not line up with how he got the wound, according to Captain Marvel. And I know that's just a little detail, but it's an important detail.
Also, I have a point to add here. In Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Fury makes a point of saying, the last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. So...
implying that he shouldn't have trusted Captain Marvel, even though he super does, apparently.
And they also make the implication then that's Goose, but then Goose spends all of his time in Fury's office.
Right.
It kind of detracts from the fact that Fury has trust issues because he lost an eye. No, he lost an eye because he was a fucking dipshit with Goose.
Yeah. Is that what they named that cat thing?
Yes.
I did not remember that. that being said, going back to his scar real quick, that's the tell. You haven't seen Far From Home, have you?
I have not.
Well, Nick Fury's in it. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I'm aware he's just that Skrull dude.
Yeah, that scroll. If you pay attention to it, when we see actual Nick Fury versus Skrull Nick Fury, the scar is different. And that's the tell. And I think that's like one of the best details they did in Far From Home, because the Skrull wouldn't necessarily, may not have seen Nick Fury recently, or may only transform into how he remembers Nick. And that's with the scar being younger and, less faded. And, when you first see it in the movie, you're like, okay, they just updated the scar because...
That's what movies do.
Yeah, they retconned how he got the scar, so they're going to update it. And
no, I did not want to go this way.
I honestly think that's a really good detail, how it was actually them showing us that it was not Nick Fury the entire time.
Which apparently mattered.
Yeah. I am really curious what they're going to do now that Peter Parker's been outed as Spider-Man. I think that was a really awkward decision to go with, and I think they...
I think that might be just their excuse to give the rights back to Sony.
No. They did that before they were fighting with Sony for the rights.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that they just made their job much harder when it comes to writing the next Spider-Man part. Movie, Avenger, whatever.
They could also make it like a S.H.I.E.L.D. cover-up that, vengeful Stark Industries employee just picks on random kid.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's going to be very difficult, whatever they do. Because either they just throw it out and have, Nick Fury make it all disappear, and then what's even the point of Peter Parker being outed? Or they make the next movie for Spider-Man very difficult.
Because everyone knows who he is. So now everyone's going after his friendos.
Yeah. That being said, I would not be upset if we ended up seeing a Civil War 2 between Spider-Man and Captain Marvel. That'd be nice. It'd be nice to see her get herself beat up.
Spider-Man's not capable, though.
Yeah, but you know who would be on Spider-Man's team? Assuming she hasn't gone insane and turned evil?
Who?
Wanda. And you know who could beat up Captain Marvel?
That's actually a very good point, because everyone's like that Captain Marvel's the strongest Avenger. No,
I don't think...
it's Wanda.
Well, okay, so this comes to my... one of the things I've noticed. Marvel is very bad at writing female leads. And yes, so Black Widow in Iron Man 2 is the best part of Iron Man 2. She's pretty good in Avengers and Winter Soldier. And then they tried to bring in Black Widow, or Scarlet Witch, to take over, I guess. And they kind of just almost completely threw out Black Widow at that point.
Well, they killed her.
Well, that was much later. But then instead of continuing to use Scarlet Witch, they threw her out within 3 movies to replace her with an even less compelling character. Pretty much every time there's a compelling female lead in Marvel, it ends up not going. She'll be good in a couple movies, and then she either dies or stops being relevant.
You know what they could do that I would enjoy? A movie about Mariah Hill.
I believe she's in the TV show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I don't actually know. Oh god, not this puzzle.
Yeah, no. This one's not really a puzzle per se.
But
it's just difficult.
Yeah. But there are a lot of female characters. We saw the girl power moment at the end of Endgame, and we're like, oh my god, it's all the powerful females in the universe.
But why?
Well, first of all, but why? But more importantly, it wasn't. Do you know how many girls they just completely cut out who were not in the movie?
Well, Mariah Hill.
Mariah Hill.
Oh shit, I boofed that.
She's one. Ghost from Ant-Man 2 was not in the movie at all.
Didn't she die?
No.
Is she a bad guy though?
No. They're working on helping cure her. Black Panther's girlfriend that I can't remember the name of wasn't in the movie.
Okoye.
Yeah, Okoye wasn't in the movie.
What was the...
There was no explanation.
Shuri was in the movie though.
Shuri and,
I forget the other name, her name, but the super badass one.
yeah. Well, Okoye is pretty baller too.
Okoye is pretty baller.
Yeah. But neither Okoye's not in the movie, and Sif is not in the movie. She's not dead, by the way.
Who's Sif?
The female Asgardian that's not Valkyrie from Thor 1 and 2.
Actually, I'd love a movie about Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Valkyrie's fucking hilarious.
Valkyrie's dope. She'll probably be in Love and Thunder, though. Which...
I think she deserves a standalone explaining her past.
Probably. But, like, Valkyrie's dope. Sif was pretty cool until they stopped using her. Apparently she showed up in a couple episodes, or like a season or something of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But, like... Why did... They killed off the guard, or the Warriors 3, and then just stopped using Sif completely. And... I don't know, that kind of bothers me, because she was a good character. And they just threw her away. And, like... It really doesn't make any sense either. Like, there was no reason to do it. What's her face? Jane Foster was no longer in the Thor movies. So you didn't need to worry about her, like, making a weird dynamic between the three. There were other characters. Because, like, when I first watched Endgame, like, I walked out of the theater because I noticed right away Okoye wasn't in the movie. Like, at the end scene. I'm like, okay, who else isn't in the movie then? And it's almost, of people with powers or abilities, I can't think of any guys that didn't show up. But it's at least, the 3 or 4 girls we listed.
Mm-hmm.
And they're pretty much all good characters other than arguably Ghost.
Yeah, and that's a shame. Because they went for the girl power ones.
Yeah, and
they took one of the more interesting ones, Gamora, and kind of almost entirely removed her from the movie.
Well, they killed her. Now, that being said, I think Guardians 3 is going to be, because they never sent Gamora back in time. So I think Guardians 3, a big plot point of it, is going to be Peter Quill.
No, they sent her back in time.
No,
she showed up at the battle with Thanos.
Yeah. Except that was 2014 Gamora.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they never sent her. Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
So she's never went back to her own time. So I think Guardians 3, a big plot point, is going to be Peter Quill trying to get Gamora back. And I almost think it'd be really interesting if he doesn't succeed.
Because this Gamora is going to be less tolerant of his crap.
Yeah. That being said, like, I actually kind of suspect that Nebula will actually try and help him.
Which is a shame.
No, I think that'd be fine. It's the last thing to do with Nebula's character, I think. Because what else do you do with her, Seth?
I don't really know.
Because her character arc finished pretty much at the end of Endgame. When she killed herself.
Suppose so.
Yeah. So I think the real last thing they can do with Nebula before she not becomes irrelevant but becomes less of a lead character would be to help Peter Quill get Gamora back. While also dealing with Thor. It's gonna be awkward to have Thor on the Guardians team because, like,
There's no stakes now.
Yeah, like, no, I think that's going to be actually an important plot point where, like,
It's all too
Peter
easy.
is going to feel emasculated because, like, they'll be out there battling, and Thor's will show up and just finish the fight lickety-split.
Yeah, no, actually, Peter Quill is a very jealous character, so that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's probably going to be an important plot point to Guardians 3. I am really intrigued about how they're going to do Love and Thunder. That is, like, the one Marvel movie that I'm super excited about right now. Why did you ride your horse all the way up there just to fly back over here?
Why? Because I don't want to try navigating my horse through this crap.
Okay. Didn't you... What is this?
It's a blue flame, Logan. It's a flame, and it's made of blue.
Yeah, but what do you need it for?
I need to take it up to the research lab to light the fires, to light the beacon.
Oh! You're gonna light the beacon. Gondor's gonna call for aid.
Yep, and I'm gonna light this thing here, so I don't have to go back as far.
If it gets blown out.
Yep.
Fair. Is there wind blowing right now that might blow it out?
No, but if I start sprinting, or fall for whatever reason, it's out.
That's a very bad torch. You know, the torches in the games I play, they never go out. Specifically the torches in Minecraft. Those are the only games I play. Well, Terraria as well. I don't think the torches go out in Terraria, but I could be wrong on that. It's been a while since I played last.
We're gonna skirt around this fence. This is probably not the fastest way of doing this, but oh well, who cares?
I do.
Well, that's not my problem.
No, I do think Love and Thunder will be very good, especially if Sith or Valkyrie are in it. I think that could make...
Plus, Taika Waititi's at the helm again.
Yeah, I'm also really curious if they're going to bring Darcy back. Honestly, Darcy was pretty dope in my opinion. I thought she was a really fun character. So I would be very open to her showing up again in a movie where it makes sense for her to be...
Part of the plot.
Yeah. What else is there? Black Widow comes out soon. I'm still not sure how I feel about that because, like...
They killed her off. Why are they giving her backstory after she's dead?
Well, here's my thing. The backstory they're giving her is not, Budapest, I think. And I really want Budapest. I want to know what happens in Budapest. And on the one hand, I also think it'd be hilarious if they never tell us what happened in Budapest. Because it would be. But I am still very curious anyways.
Roy, you're breathing awfully loudly. I just hear you going...
Well, that's how a buffalo do.
It is
They got big noses and big lungs.
Well, you also
All
have a
the
big
better
nose.
to breathe you with.
What?
Can
you repeat that, please, for the
No,
ladies and gentlemen?
I said what I wanted to say. I think everyone understood it and heard it.
I did not understand.
Well, that's because you're dumb. But I just my
Done.
Scarlet or Black Widow in Avengers 2,
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo, Civil War, and Infinity War, she became a much less compelling character. Like,
Also, her accent just disappeared.
I don't really remember her having much of an accent.
She had a Russian accent in, or at least a Slavic accent in, the one with the robot.
I don't remember that happening.
Age of Ultron.
I don't think she did. Wanda had a bit of an accent.
That's what I'm talking about, Wanda.
No, I'm talking about Black Widow.
Oh no.
Because she has the movie coming out.
Yeah, they tried to do this weird thing with a Hulk romance that I didn't really jive
and then
with.
of course they threw, and that was what it could have been. Like, Hulk could have gotten pissed when he found out Black Widow died, and that could have led into that World War Hulk I had been talking about. But it didn't.
This is a kid.
Is it, or is it an old lady?
It is an old lady
Is
who
her name,
accidentally reversed her aging.
is her name Etna?
Yes.
Yes!
Edna Mode.
Yes, Queen!
Don't It says Pura, but that's incorrect.
Yeah, don't read that.
Oh,
Oh, what are
okay.
you
They're
talking
watching us. They can't read.
I was literally about to say.
I mean, if you're watching us, you're probably a window-licking, knuckle-dragging, mouth-breathing, neck-beard-looking piece of shit.
I hope we don't have any neckbeards watching us.
I know, but, like, I know YouTube. I know my way around to YouTube.
That's dirty.
You know, kids, back in my day, we actually had dial-up internet. At one point.
Cool story, bro. I think we're gonna call that